It was everything I wanted, so much more. If you did not have an emotional reaction, you may be dead inside. It was that good. It's October, and I just read Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury. If you haven't heard of Ray Bradbury, where have you been? He is the author of Fahrenheit 451, which is also an excellent book, but my goodness, I read this in October. It is perfect. You can enjoy this book any time of the year. Although I really enjoyed reading this in October. Ray Bradbury's prose is just absolutely beautiful. I don't know how he does it. I could never write anything like this. His storytelling is nothing short of just masterful. I felt like I was in the story. I am not watching it from above. I'm not reading it. I'm there. I'm at the carnival. Let me start by saying you really do need to be in the right mood because this book deserves your full, undivided attention. If you're looking for a book that's more mindless, that you can enjoy without really paying attention to it, this is not the right time for you to start this book. This book demands your full attention. Not only does this have a riveting story, but it is just beautifully written. You really need to take the time to appreciate the gorgeous writing for what it is. I will always rave about this book. I went into this not knowing very much. I'm going to tell you what I knew about it going in. That this story revolves around two boys, Jim and Will, who are best friends, who are neighbors. They're extremely close together in age. They're about to turn 14. Now, a very mysterious carnival rolls into town, and once that happens, some very sinister things start to occur, and these boys are in the thick of it. That's really all you need to know. I hope that's enough to generate an interest on your part to go buy this book. I'm gonna drop the link below for you because if you're watching this video and if you have even a little bit of an interest in this book, please go buy yourself a copy. Find an excuse to buy yourself this book because everyone should own this book. It is probably the best classic book I have ever read. I really enjoyed this. This is a 5-star book. That's one of the easiest ratings I have ever put out there. It is amazing storytelling. Also, Will's father, Mr. Holloway, is one of the most interesting characters I've ever come across in literature. He's extremely enigmatic. He's such a unique character. I just simply fell in love with him. This is very spooky. Again, this is perfect for October. It's perfect for Halloween. Anytime in the fall, it's going to really heighten that experience. If you're a mood reader, that's going to be perfect for you. But seriously, you will enjoy this any time of the year. If I can make a recommendation, don't read this alone because you're gonna want to talk about it with somebody. If you're part of a book club and it's your turn to pick the book, please pick Ray Bradbury, Something Wicked This Way Comes. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to dive into. I didn't even tab all the places that I should have tabbed. And you know why? It's because I plan to reread this. And I really just didn't want to tab up every single page, but there are so many passages that make you stop and think and reflect and wonder. This story is awe-inspiring. And there are so many moments that will creep you out. It is spooky, it's weird, it's thought-provoking. I really can't say enough good things about Something Wicked This Way Comes. And yes, my dog got to my copy of this book. I was very upset. It was in perfect condition, believe it or not, before he got his teeth into it. So that really bummed me out. This is a very short book. This copy in particular is 290 pages. You will get through it very quick, but I want you to take your time with this book because, again, it deserves your full attention. This is absolutely beautifully written. This was originally written in 1962. My goodness, there is a reason that there is still a lot of hype about it today because what a wonderful story. This was absolutely amazing. I loved not only the bond between the two boys, Jim and Will, but the bond between Will and his father, Mr. Holloway. There are so many sweet moments, dare I even say tear-jerking moments, depending on how sensitive you are. Look, there's also some amazingly creepy things in this book. There are moments of extreme suspense that will have you on the edge of your seat. And again, you feel like you are there. You feel like you are in it with them. It's a different day, but I am back because as I was editing this video, I realized I did not adequately gush about the ending the way that I should have when I first originally recorded this video. What a sweet, heartwarming, satisfying ending. This book has no rival when it comes to the conclusion. It was perfect. I don't know exactly what I was expecting, but it wasn't the way that this book ended. It was everything I wanted, so much more, heartfelt, heartwarming. If you did not have an emotional reaction to the way that this book ended, you may be dead inside. It was that good. It was simply perfect. I loved it. I really would love to see the movie at some point in time, but I'm really afraid that it's going to impact my super positive experience that I had while reading this book. I think I'm still curious enough to give it a try, but I really hope that the movie did this book justice because this was simply wonderful. I absolutely loved it. Highly recommend it. 5-star read. The conclusion, perfectly done. Masterfully done. If you have read this book, leave me a comment. If you want to read this book, leave me a comment. If I've convinced you to read this book, please leave me a comment. That will make my day. Let me know your experience with any works by Ray Bradbury. Even if you've read Fahrenheit 451, let me know. I read that back in the day. I really enjoyed it, but I don't remember being as inspired and as in awe as I was while reading Something Wicked This Way Comes. If you've stuck with me so far, thank you so much. If you haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe to the channel, stay up to date on bookish content. I hope that October was full of really spooky reads for you. Let me know what you read in October. Happy reading, and I'll catch you on the flip side.